Hello
Hello, welcome back.
to Not Famous in a Small Town. This is for you if you live in a small town.
If you were in high school that played against a small town high school football game,
If you shopped in a small town.
if you've watched a murder documentary about a small town,
Oh, that's where it ends. Welcome to Not
not famous
Famous
in
in
a
a
small
Small
town.
Town. I'm April.
And I'm Sarah.
Okay. We found Sarah has this game called Table Topics for Couples. Only fitting then that we would do it together.
Yep.
We're going to answer 3 questions at random, but we each get 1 veto.
Yeah, because some of the cards might be.
Yeah, there are some that, like, okay, so my first one is, oh, good one. How is our relationship unique? Well, we have mugs with our initials. We live separately, but our lives are very much entwined.
Yeah. But they haven't always been.
No. No.
Mm-mm.
Because we lived apart for most of our lives, and then we were brought together.
We knew each other our whole lives, though. But we didn't really cross paths until COVID, which is
COVID brought us together.
COVID did. It did a couple of good things.
All we needed was just a global pandemic to be brought together, and that's why our relationship is unique.
All right, good answer. Okay. Would we like to parent the same as or differently from our parents?
Oh.
Okay, I will speak on this one. I would incorporate a lot of my parents' parenting style. Not all of it, but I think it would be similar to my parents. Not
Yes,
so far different.
I agree. Not to say, like, obviously I'm perfect, so follow my parents,
Yeah.
but I just, obviously our parents are the smartest people in the world,
Yeah, I
so
mean,
you
look how
can't,
we turned out.
we have to do what they say, and if they raised us, then we have to. There's one thing about us, it's that we have always followed the things our parents planned for us.
Yeah, we followed their direct
And
plan.
so that's why we would parent exactly. I would agreed with you. I wouldn't parent exactly the same as them, but very much the same. And I think my parents have changed, like, as we've grown. So now I'm kind of parenting them, like, kind of direct them the
Mhm.
ways in which I think they should go, and they take that from me. So if I were to be parenting like my parents, they do what I say. No.
Bold statement.
It's good. They're never gonna watch.
Yeah, mine will.
Yeah.
So mom and
And
dad,
your
you did
mom will,
great. I
like,
would do
tell my
everything the
mom.
same.
All right, our last one. Wow, we haven't used a veto. Uh, if you were to be cremated, where would you want your ashes scattered? This is on topic of last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you want that, or do you want to veto it?
No, I'll try to think of something quick. Where would I want my ashes spread?
I maybe want them, like, in a river, because I love a moving body of water, and then they'll be everywhere. No place to visit. So I am where there's water, there is me.
Mm-hmm. I would just say I would probably want my ashes just spread in my town where I live.
Oh.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
the river.
Oh.
Maybe.
Well, you can't.
I don't want to be in an urn. So
No, I want to be scattered.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, it sounds so romantic, like shaken in the wind. Doesn't that just seem like watch her ashes blow away?
I don't know if that feels romantic.
Like, romanticized.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
lovey-dovey.
As long as it like flew in the direction it was supposed to and not just like back on you, like
maybe that is my request. Take away the river. I want my ashes scattered somewhere that they're gonna come back and, like,
yeah.
thought you were done.
You rascal.
Yeah. Our drinks today are just coffee. Mine's caffeinated.
Mine's decaffeinated with What's in yours?
I have a little Kahlua in mine.
Okay.
Salted caramel Kahlua.
And I've got the rum chata. Mm.
It's just like a perfectly adequate 5
Yeah.
out of 10, 6.
Yeah, it's a solid drink.
I
You
went
can
to a
always
friend-
rely on it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. Yeah, coffee's never gonna fail me.
Mm-mm.
I went to a friend's house this weekend. She's like, "Oh, come in for coffee." Yeah. Poured me a black coffee and handed it to me, and I was honored that she thought I would just drink black coffee.
Just black.
And I went to the fridge, and they had been out of town, so they didn't have groceries, and there was nothing to, no
Mm-hmm.
creme de la creme.
No mixers.
So I was like, okay, well, if she thinks I can do this, I can do it. Drink the whole thing, and it was great. And I left feeling like, yeah, I'm a bad.
You can say it.
I'm
You don't
a,
have to.
I can do this. I can drink black coffee. I'm a bad coffee drinker. I can do it.
Mm-hmm. I think I used to do that, but then the caffeine just.
You would drink it black?
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to get back there.
Mm-hmm.
Something to build up to.
It's kind of like drinking a black tea, though. There's
Yeah.
nothing in it, but yeah, it's a powerful move if you're drinking just straight black coffee.
It feels cheating to me to say, oh, I love coffee and not ever just have black coffee, because I love coffee,
Mm-hmm.
but I rarely just have black coffee. So do I love it? We'll see.
No.
Like when people are like, oh, I love wine, and then they only have very cheap, like sweet wine.
Yeah.
I love a cheap wine, but I don't like sugar water.
I do.
Right?
Okay, first things first for me is this last week. I have to be careful how I'm going to say this. I had an interaction with a person where I had to jump on top of them and restrain them.
Just a typical
Yeah, I'm just going to go right into it. To restrain them, and I jumped on top of them. Mind you, like, police were involved, people were all involved.
So it wasn't a trampoline park.
No, it wasn't the Sky Zone this time. So I jump on top of this guy, I'm restraining him, holding down like one of his arms, and like I'm on top of like his thigh. And he said, "Get off me, you fat bitch." And I was just like, just holding strong. And then after all this had sort of dissipated and things finally fizzled down a little bit, everyone was laughing. They're like, "Sarah, you fat bitch."
Could he see you?
Yeah, he could see me, but this
It's
guy,
like this little, like a dragonfly, just kind of like
Yeah.
landed on his back.
Well,
And
that's-
just like,
yeah, that's why everyone's just like laughing. And so now at work, they just call me a fat bitch.
naturally.
So that was my first things first, because that was actually a first time for me. So,
Oh, okay. I just remembered my first things first is very good. I was driving and waiting to like cross a large road, and I'm looking like, man, that truck is go, because I'm waiting for him to turn off of that busy road, going so slow. It's like, what in the world? What is he got strapped down in the back, turned? So I'm looking into his opened tailgate. He had the casket. It has to be the casket you saw for sale.
the casket for sale in Rensselaer. Yeah.
And I saw him go.
Someone bought it.
I should have followed to see where they went, but I was like, what is he that?
What's in the back of that truck?
Lo and behold,
That's the casket.
Tied on
Mhm.
a bit precariously, but he made it to a slow road.
I wonder if he's going to use it for a body or like a tool, if he's going to
Yeah.
put his tools in there.
Yeah.
Or like your firearms or something. That would be clever.
Oh, that would be cool to have it
Ooh.
as like a
Mhm.
GUN safe.
Mhm.
I like that.
I think maybe we could market that somehow.
And then you could do like a fingerprint thing on it.
Yeah.
The issue is that's a bit substantial to store.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine it's
upright,
mounted on the wall, but
that would be a conversation piece.
yeah, it would.
It wasn't like beautiful wood, but the ones that we're gonna market will
Yeah,
be
we'll do a
beautiful.
much better
Yeah.
job. Well, we did want to let you guys know, since we are recording episode 4, putting that out for you, that we've made it this far. And we also realized that we've never fully actually given a proper introduction of ourselves.
Right.
So,
Because to be honest, we didn't know if we'd make it to a 4th episode.
no, I'm surprised we actually got the first one done. And then number 2 was my favorite.
It's a slow and steady, and that's good because anticipation makes the heart fond.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
We
saying.
know everyone's just dying to get to know us. Because all of our viewers thus far
Happy to serve.
are people that already know us. But we're happy to meet new people, and we want to share who we are a little bit.
It would be an interesting poll of our viewers. How many of our viewers have seen us in diapers? And I would think like the good amount.
Maybe for you.
More than 50%.
Maybe
well,
for you.
Probably because I wear diapers more than you. They're like, yeah, we saw you last week.
Yeah.
For Halloween.
Yeah.
No. So we thought for a long time, hey, it was a joke that we would have a podcast, and then kind of one can only joke about a thing so much before people in our lives started to call us
they're like,
out
when
on
are
it.
you gonna do that? And I'm like, oh, were you guys actually gonna, like, you really want this? And yeah,
and I'd say I'm like more I want to do it because people said I wouldn't than I want to do it because I think we have good podcast content. Like, told you I would do it, I'll do it.
Yeah. So now we're doing it.
And we don't, the series are what's in our brains, but we love living in a small town. We love like knowing the things, knowing what's going on, hearing the tea, drinking the tea with the people. And
we're drinking the tea, but not the Kool-Aid.
Oh, that was good. Drinking the tea black. Yeah. What other introductions must we include?
I don't think much further, just acknowledging that
we both grew up in this same town.
Yeah.
Separately but together. Like, our lives were parallel but not.
Our families knew each other.
Yeah.
There's an age gap between us, but that doesn't matter.
Because you're very immature.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
This was interesting this week. I've never been friends with people like my age in school, like my grade. We weren't the buds. I'd be like older or much younger. I always loved babysitting.
Yeah.
That's more it. Picture into my social ineptness, but
no, I think I was the same. I hung out with people a couple years older, but I did hang out with people in my grade.
Yeah.
Both at the Christian school, at the public school, like it was a good grade.
Yeah. And you're a social delight, I think.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Like, if someone doesn't get along with Sarah, then that doesn't happen. It's a picture of that person, not of you.
Yeah. I wouldn't consider myself super, super outgoing, but I am happy to talk to anyone, really.
Yeah. Yes.
And I can usually find some common ground, but
Sarah in the wild to talking to people is my favorite thing, especially like the best is an old man or a farmer. She'll like kind of like almost she puts a toothpick in her mouth proverbially. She's like, oh yeah, I know. You gonna rotate the crops this year?
Yeah. I don't know. I think I just have more in common with the elderly than I do people my own age right now. So yeah, it's easier for me. But speaking of which, just not that we've even actually done an introduction still. We'll get there eventually, but we wanted to let you know that we do have a Facebook page now, and we do have an Instagram, and you can listen to us on Spotify or on YouTube. So there's like a couple ways, but we'd really love to be able to interact with our viewers a bit more. So please try to find us on Facebook, and we're going to try to
tell us if you saw us in diapers.
Yeah. yeah, I guess let us know if we have to put a poll on there. We're gonna have to now. On Instagram we
No,
can,
we
but
don't have to. Sarah's the oldest sibling, and I'm the youngest sibling. So that I think is a fun dynamic piece because I love a birth order psychology. Oh, what's your Enneagram? I know yours.
wasn't it a 7?
Um,
Wasn't I?
okay,
6,
now I feel
7?
like we need to check again. No, I thought you were an 8. I'm a pretty firm 7.
Oh, then I'm not a 7.
Yeah.
I'm not a 6, 7. I'm an 8.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get back to you on that further introduction. Do you know your Myers-Briggs?
No.
Oh, like the E or I or the.
Mm-mm. I did all that. We had to do that in college. Like our first year, we did all those sort of tests to figure out what you were.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes I like deciding what people are, like not deciding but guessing, and then you take it and I'll be like, freaking knew you. Or
So
be surprised.
you're basing that off of tests that you know versus like I'm thinking of people who I like their identity is their sign, like
yeah, like
they're Sagittarius, Capricorn.
Yeah.
That's that's who they identify with. Well, that makes sense because they're a Sagittarius and I'm a Libra, so I don't understand any of that.
And I don't either.
Oddly, you would think
what
I
are
would.
You?
Aquarius.
I know I'm a Taurus, and I know when I don't know anything about them.
Mm-mm. It's never really even interested me. And I love the moons and the stars and constellations. I love all that, but I do not.
I saw the Northern Lights the other day.
I know you guys had such good pictures.
I do. Okay, so I don't love that it shows so much better on your phone because I feel like then it's a false. Like you're, wow, I can't believe I missed that. It didn't look as good in the real life, but I could see the full sky was red, and then I could see a bit of a line of green with my naked eye.
Now this is interesting because I don't ever remember this being something that we saw like growing up, like at all. And now it's just like this past year, it's like the Northern Lights are out and you can see them. But surely when we were younger, wouldn't have one of our teachers been like, okay, tonight you might be able to see the Northern Lights? It's a little weird to me.
Yeah, is it part of climate change?
I don't know.
I had friends, we were talking about it, and they woke their kids up to show them. And the next day, their youngest daughter was like, my friend got to see the Northern Lights. And they're like, hey, we woke you up, took you outside, like you were responding. But she was just in a deep slumber and went right back to it. But our parents would have, I think that
so.
For a phenomenon.
Yeah, I think so. Na 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 na. Speaking of childhood and things that maybe our parents let us do, or kind of what it was like growing up in our small town, I mean, I feel like we had a very full and fun childhood.
Yeah.
There were next to no limitations, truly. I feel my parents, they let us run.
Yeah. Actually, mine too, because I remember if we were in a sport or something, like wanted to go watch someone's game, it was like, we'll drop you off and then we'll pick you up at this time.
Yeah.
And you're on your own then.
I can't believe your parents actually dropped you off because you live pretty close to the park. We had to ride our bikes or walk.
Sometimes we had to, not always. And I think I have a different childhood than my older siblings because I'm the youngest. I do believe that got like my older sisters are like, we never got dropped off for soccer practice. We always had to bike. Well, also I had older siblings who could drive. They didn't. Just a little chauffeured.
Yeah. Baby. You were spoiled in that sense.
But I did have to live alone with my parents when none of them, but I loved that time. What age do you think that your parents were like, okay, yeah, you can like go to the neighbors alone or bike to the park, like bike somewhere away?
Honestly, like we were really little. I would say because it was before first grade, we were allowed to still be in the neighborhood playing with other kids. And my mom would let us, but she knew everyone in the neighborhood. And I think like that was probably age 5 and 6 it started. I know she knew where I was at, but I had some like autonomy,
Yeah.
oddly.
Well, how would you check in? Do you remember that?
No, I I don't remember having to check in. I mean, obviously we knew to come home before dark, but I would imagine she probably only let us like play outside for like an hour or two, you know.
I never had neighbors growing up. Like our
Oh,
neighbors were further away. So I think in that way to go see friends, there is some limit because of distance,
mhm.
which is fine.
Yeah.
But I we could bike to town for sure by 8 years old. We could bike on our own
Yeah,
to town.
I would say that was probably where we were too when it came to going to town or going to the
Yeah.
gas station to buy
Oh,
candy.
yeah. Okay, because
Mhm.
I would be a little closer to town. We could bike to the gas station slash Taco Bell.
The pack-a-sack.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
And were tacos like 59 cents?
They probably were definitely 50, less than $1.
I just remember like counting the change out and biking in so we
Hmm.
could get a taco or like walk through the dollar store.
We never did that.
Um,
We just like went to one little gas station, the one on the corner by the elementary school, that's since just been
oh, yeah.
gone. But I remember going to Pack-a-Sack even a little bit older, and like my buddies would bring like big jars of change, and we would count all of our change to see who could like we're gonna buy toilet paper so we could go TPing. We count it all
Mm,
out at the like in the booth at Pack-a-Sack,
yeah.
and then of course the cashier is just like, well, kids will be
They're going to be
kids.
doing it.
Yep.
And bring teeping back. If there's something I would like to change about society, it's that we should bring teeping. Well,
You're gonna get TP'd now.
I was going to say, actually, I take it back because
Yeah.
we were recently teepeed. And I'm like, I'm a grown up. I don't I don't have the children like they're living next door, but I was the one cleaning it up.
Hmm.
No, this isn't right.
Yeah.
If we were TP'd, we cleaned it up.
Okay.
My parents would never clean up our
Well,
TP.
no, that's not their job.
No.
No.
Now as the aunt, I'm like, okay, clean up all this garbage. Actually, when we were recently, they were putting plastic forks in and they got scared and ran away. Ate all of those.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was stuff that we would do. I think like little pranks you could do at night, like on the weekends, but that came more as like becoming like a teenager. I didn't
Yeah.
wasn't doing any riffraff like under the age of 13
No.
at all.
I was, but I had older siblings. I
Yeah.
would go with the big kids.
Yeah, I wasn't doing any of that.
Would you take your younger siblings with you for your riff raff?
I don't think so. Maybe my sister a little bit, but I don't think my brother, but I think my brother was up to his own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I know nothing about. And
And
still,
it's better that you
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
Yeah. My dad would like get into the riff raff too with us.
Mm,
Like he'd say, yeah, do a prank, but do it well.
hmm.
So we had a lot of encouragement
Yeah.
in the dark arts.
Well, yeah. I think a reasonable fun.
Wait, how did you guys do sleepovers?
Um,
If to me feels like it was never a conversation with like to us, to our parents. And now there's so many, like everyone has a sleepover policy.
oh, I don't really remember any of that. It was just like me and my best friend, and we just went to and from each other's houses usually. But I like to go to her house because she had, you know, like two brothers and an older sister, and like we were just fun. Like we had a team basically, so we could play
Yeah.
any type of game, and that
Yeah.
was always fun. But it would just be like, Mom, can I spend the night at, you know, can I
Mhm.
spend the night? Yeah. Or and it was always too like you as long as we're in church on Sundays. Every now and then we would get to go to church with one of our friends if we
Oh,
wanted to.
yeah.
That was really special.
Yeah.
Hmm.
the big scandals of our small town life would be going to someone else's
Yeah, they're like,
church.
oh, is that Johnson
Oh,
girl?
yeah, well, she doesn't go.
She doesn't go here.
Shouldn't she be in a dress?
Yeah, a turtleneck dress. Oh man.
Very demure.
So how did that look for you? Like if you wanted to do a sleepover?
I think like it was very open. There was like one friend from church that was super easy because then we would wear each other's clothes. Like,
Mm,
oh, and the house phones, I'd have her home phone
yeah,
number memorized. So I would like call, because usually I was smart enough to know if I had this all the ducks in a row, then I can present the plan to my parents
yeah,
and I'll be granted
yeah.
permission. So I would like call them ahead and be like, can you ask your mom if I can sleep over today after church and then go to school with you in the morning? She'd be like, yeah. Her mom never said no. Like,
Yeah.
we knew that was the yes. And then I'd come to my parents and be like, at church, like, oh, well, I have my bag. Surely there were some rules, but I wasn't aware of like no sleepovers or you
Hmm.
can't do this. We'd lose it as a privilege.
Yeah. No sleepovers, no nothing. I just think it was a lot of it was a simpler time then. There weren't all these wild distractions and things happening online and social media thing. Like there was none of that really,
Right.
like I can't think of a reason my parents would have really told me no unless it was some major inconvenience to them.
Yeah. Actually, that was a big obstacle of our sleepovers is like, how simple is it going to be for my parents to drive and pick me up? I read last year, I think, The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt, Haidt, and he talked about that the age of like freedom. I don't
Hmm.
know, very like it broke my brain but made it better about how that society shift has happened.
Hmm.
That we could go out and about, frolic, bike to town as 8 year olds, and now like my nieces and nephews, they have a lot of freedoms, but we're wild. And some of their friends are like 12 and not left
Hmm.
home alone.
Yeah, that is something definitely different than like how we grew up because I was fully babysitting infant children, like infants at 12. Like
Yeah.
all it could have been like all afternoon into the evening, it could have been like a late night, and it was like basically the age of 12 up, fully responsible for infant babies that needed to be fed like every 3 hours.
Yeah, same. And there was someone I would till like 1 in the morning. And then some people that they'd be like, well, it's going to be so late. April will just spend the night. So we don't have to
Yeah.
bring her home late.
Yeah.
That age. And now 12-year-olds, some, yes, but many are not left home
Mm-mm.
alone.
Yeah, and I wonder why that is, but like you've read the book, so maybe you understand a little bit more about what's been going on with society, how things have progressed or regressed in that sense. It is interesting.
Yeah, something super interesting in that book, which actually you'll love, that that exploratory like freedom is limited so much, but the online freedom
Mm,
is considered deemed safe. So it's like, okay, well, don't like bike outside of the neighborhood. Just come home. You can be on your technology. And but then now I think it is changing. But when he wrote the book, he was looking at like how many online freedoms and oh man, I could go so deep into this. The like social media for kids and how it's
hmm.
ruining them
Yeah,
firmly.
yeah,
But we have a Facebook page if we
yeah. I don't think any like
but
children are really
no.
watching us, but yeah, I am so thankful that I was not introduced to technology until when I was. I think I was 15, maybe between 14 and 15. Freshman year of high school, my parents got me a little flip phone. No
Mm.
camera, no nothing. But a lot of my friends had been getting phones in 8th grade,
Oh.
which was, bizarre. Cuz I remember even when we had like a car phone.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was just such a big deal. And so yeah, I got my phone when I was, I think, 15, and that was awesome.
And you were in sports, you were
Hmm.
in like 4-H things. Like there were
Yeah,
times it would have been very nice, even before 14
yeah.
or 15, for your parents to be like,
But I must
come
say
on out.
that I used it more to like connect with my friends that went to the public school,
Mm.
because after 8th grade, it was like majority of the class went to the Christian school, and then you had a fraction that went to the public school, and like texting was a fun way to get like
Would you
figure out how to
MSN
get
then?
together. Then we had MSN, we had AOL, we had Hotmail, MySpace, Zanga.
Is Zanga a music thing?
Mm-mm,
No, okay, I didn't have Zanga.
no.
Was it like a caricature? Would you make your,
Mm-mm.
what was that one where like you made up your,
Like an avatar type
yeah.
thing. I don't remember making an avatar of myself at all. I remember making those like dolls online. You could like, they were like Bratz dolls almost, but
Oh
you like
yeah.
picked out their little outfits or their
Yeah.
hair.
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
And I think I discovered those things kind of before my parents. Like
Hmm.
once we had the Wi-Fi's at our house growing up, our family computer like has always been in an open space. But my mom was, she had no clue what I was doing. So I'm like,
Yeah,
oh look, I can play this game because I discovered Netflix. Is it possible that we watch Netflix without a subscription?
that is something I would have no idea
No, no,
about.
no. I know. I remember discovering how to watch things like on ABC.com,
Oh yeah.
NBC.com. And then it was at a time when I would ride the bus home, be home alone, and my
Mhm.
parents would come home and I'd be like, guys, did you know we can be watching The Desperate Housewives? And they're like, actually, we can't.
I don't think I discovered that till like college.
Yeah,
We didn't even do that in high school at all.
I
We
did.
only watched television.
We didn't have a TV,
Oh.
so I didn't have that chance.
Mm. So speaking of like our childhoods and fond memories and things that we did, do you do you have or can you remember your favorite age thus far?
Like my whole life or pre adulthood?
Mm, your whole life.
I would say like the first, let me think how old I was when I moved to Canada and just lived there for a while. That was my favorite age. So like 20, early mid 20s.
Hmm.
That was my favorite age because I had such a great network of people my age
Hmm.
who I enjoyed. And it was like my own life. I'd
Hmm.
call my parents and tell them about my things, did my own things. The first times, like, I had to go find my own family doctor and
Hmm.
like advocate for myself, like schedule appointments and be like, I don't think I'm going to be able to drive. Like, who's going to drive me?
Hmm.
And just, yeah, that was the best. That was for sure. Getting to know new people, but like with having like a very good security of people
Hmm.
I knew, but then going into their worlds, and I
Yeah.
loved going someone's world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I love you, and so now I will go to family dinner with you
Yeah.
because I just want to like put me in your body and do everything.
Hmm.
So I'm never, yeah, that was for sure it. Like, oh yeah,
20.
naturally I'm gonna go to 7 Christmases because these are my 7 dearest friends. So
Hmm.
I'll be going to their family function.
See, that's so funny to me because I enjoyed my early 20s, but they weren't my favorite.
What was yours?
Honestly, I would say 15 was really fun.
Oh,
1 5. I know it sounds like you can't even drive yet, but just the friends that I had, and like that was like the first time I think I had like drank alcohol. And so it was
Oh,
kind of like whoever hung out with us, everything was like pretty sneaky. And it wasn't necessarily deviant, but I just remember how fun that was and like the thrill of it, just like finally like getting together with your friends, and half of them couldn't drive yet, some could, some couldn't, arranging rides and like yeah, and one of my friends had a cabin, so we would all like sneak over to the cabin. So I would say 15 and then 18 and 19.
oh, 16 and 17 were bad. Skip those.
I was in a pretty rough relationship then, so he kind of like hindered that age for me. While 16, 17 were fun, I was very like weighed down, and I shouldn't have been. There was no reason for that. But then 18 and 19,
It's like a new liberation.
new liberation, like young love actually, and just adventure, and I could drive, and it was that to me was free of major responsibilities in adulthood. To me that was bar none, top tier,
You'd go
chef's
back.
kiss right now, yesterday.
Oh. I don't, though I loved those mid early 20s, I don't know if I'd go back yesterday.
I don't think I would my 20s.
Yeah, I don't think there's any age I want to go back to. Maybe I would. I don't know.
I'd go back in
Would
a
you change
heartbeat.
it? You'd go back and just relive it the same.
hmm Everything would have to be the same. I wouldn't want to live as a 16, 17, 18-year-old right now in 2025. I have no interest in that. I'm barely surviving and I'm of age
Right.
now.
Yeah.
I can't
agree
imagine
with
all
you
the
there.
pressures of social media
Yeah.
and influencing and everything that they have going on. I actually feel pretty bad for kids, even though I know they're having a good time. They're fine,
Yeah.
most of them. But I also see a lot of kids with major issues, major depression issues, and identity crisis. And I'm just,
Okay,
it's
so
too
on the
much.
topic of small town, do you think that those like major issues come more like there's obviously a difference of childhood rurally or urban?
hmm
Do you think that is universal?
I think because of social media, it's more universal now. Because
Yeah.
I don't feel like when I was younger, my friends or classmates struggled so much with things like identity. And I know like there was still depression and things like that, but more mental illness and things that I see now more than ever, psych issues and things like that
Yeah.
freak me out.
Yeah. But there is, I think there's also something of like we didn't talk about it, and
Yeah.
now like everything is talked about.
hmm
So I'm curious like how much existed when we were kids, but was just
Yeah.
kind of
But
brushed
we
under
didn't
the
know
rug.
because
Yeah.
we were in a more rural area.
Yeah, because in my mind, when I hear about now, like, oh, like kids with identity crisis, like extreme teen depression and anxiety and like body dysmorphia, still in my brain, I'm like, well, cities,
Yeah, those city
the
folk.
scum. But I know it's not true.
No. It exists in our rural life. I just think it wasn't spoken about as much during that when we were younger.
Yeah, which is why I have that perception.
hmm
Because I remember like learning about these things in a very sterilized way, health classes and stuff.
Mm,
And just, I didn't see it. Also, I've been known to suppress things,
hmm
so
I think,
I don't really love to dwell on bad feelings or
yeah.
darkness. So,
Well, as a teenager, I think you do struggle with those things. It just wasn't as magnified, maybe. So, speaking of all this, I want to go back to the cell phone thing because this is still very interesting to me. Like, first of all, how phones have evolved from when we had them, like no camera, no nothing, just texting and calling. And I would get in huge trouble if someone called me at like night because my
oh,
phone had to be in the dining room at night. It couldn't be up in my room with me. It was just charging. So one time my phone rang and it was some guy and he was just my friend, just joking around. And my parents took my phone away from me for like a week.
what if, why wouldn't you just turn the volume off?
I don't, because I was 14 or
Yeah.
15. Like, I didn't, no one knew anything about phones.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and I didn't think people would actually call me, but they did. So it's funny. And it's also funny is that a lot of my contacts in my phone are the same as what I put them in when I was young. Like they
I
have transferred.
So I don't know how Verizon did that, because remember, like, I had the coolest, which I would want this phone back. The Cosmo, do you remember that would like slide up and you'd have a whole keyboard, or slide down and
Yeah.
I would want that phone back.
People are doing that now though. Like the home phone thing.
Oh yeah.
People are getting like a home phone
Yeah.
Bluetooth, which I'm
I'm all for.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's how we would call our friends. I knew, like,
Yeah, home
okay.
phone, leave a message. And that was like the safest way to call them too.
Yep.
Like you know if they're on their cell phone, like that's they're at work, they're
Right.
busy.
You're never going to disturb someone on their home phone.
No.
I Okay, but somehow Verizon did this, that some of the numbers that I know were saved in that like flip phone are in my phone currently. So they
Yeah.
must have at some point like imported from a dumb phone to a smartphone. I don't
Yeah.
remember when that transition for me happened, but when my dad had just a flipper phone, he would like notorious for ruining phones. At work, drop it in water,
Yeah.
stoking a fire, dump it in. And it was for business. He'd have all those numbers
Yeah.
missing. He's like, I don't know how to do it. So we would have to go through his flipper phone and type out the numbers so that when he destroyed it, he could reference this Excel spreadsheet, and then we'd have to go enter like Craig Heating. Oh, and it was a big deal to him. Like, he wants last name, then first
Oh,
name.
okay.
And in the T9, you had to just type it the right way. And if you didn't do it, you'd have to go back and read
Yeah.
the memo.
T9. T9. I I'm gonna change my phone to T9. I bet there's a way.
I bet there is a way. Dumbify your phone. Do you do last name or first name first in your contacts now?
I think I still do first name, last name.
Do you do cutesy names?
Uh,
Oh,
I do a lot of nicknames.
you?
Mhm.
In your contacts?
Mhm. Like my husband in my phone is like the nickname that we called him growing up.
Yeah.
Funny. My parents, I have like my mom as Madre.
Yeah.
My dad is father.
Yeah, me too. But also, I'll often go and call my parents by their first name. So in
Oh
my
yeah.
contacts, I'm like, why isn't Mark popping up? So he's Mark Dad.
Mark Dad,
Yeah.
not Mark Pastor.
No, because that's a first and last name. Like, probably the only people who aren't first last name in my phone: Mark Dad, Mother Teresa, and I think like my sisters and like maybe a couple cousins are first and middle with an emoji.
Oh, throw an emoji in there. I had to take emojis out because when it would call on my Bluetooth, like in my truck, it would be like Madre, heart,
Yeah.
star,
Mountain.
sunshine.
You know, girls with.
Yeah, and it would just keep reading that off.
What is your guys' contact? Sarah Johnson.
April Hubers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny.
That, like, I don't even know if it's a place of esteem to have something else. It's just at one point. I think it's when I was sort of dating someone, I wanted to make a point that he wasn't significant, that I changed all my siblings to have an emoji of like, you're not that cool.
Oh, okay. No, I wasn't big on the emojis. I like them, but not for contacts.
I think I should remove them, but now it's just kind of special. Those
select people with the emoji.
It's not you.
No.
Sarah Johnson.
You have to be.
I don't even know if I have your middle name, and I love a middle name.
I do too. I love a maiden name.
That's true. The way I meet a person is the way their name goes in.
Yeah. And that's how I remember like all of my girlfriends from college and stuff before they were married. In my mind, they are what their maiden name is.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You may change your name, but I will not.
Correct.
Yeah. This will be interesting. What about if someone gets divorced and they change their name back? Would you go back?
Well, we have a friend that we did have to change the last name.
But had you ever changed when she got married?
I did.
Oh, our friend.
Yeah.
We do.
I did have to
It was a
change it.
big transition when she got married for me to. It was. I gave a long time before.
Yeah.
I was like, fine, I'll give you this.
Fine, you can have your husband's last name.
But it was a big deal to her. Anyone else, I feel like it's not a big deal
Mhm.
to. If I met you as a Johnson, you will be a Johnson.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm big to put their birthday. Actually, I've started utilizing a lot of the features of the contacts in iPhone. So I love to have someone's birthday on my phone. And sometimes if I'm like just kind of in regular conversation, if I hear something like, oh, I love this chocolate, I'll add it into the notes of
Oh, interesting.
like this brand coffee.
Hmm.
Keep it just like, you never know when you need a little thing for a person. I don't keep it in my here,
Yeah. No, I'm not interested in any of that. I just need your name and your number. That's it. Maybe I'll save an address. Maybe, but nope.
Where do you save addresses? Do you have an address?
No, I don't save addresses. Maybe like you look it up in a text thread, but nope. I just know where I'm going.
You don't send cards.
Nope. I'm not interested in that. Though I did get my girlfriends a bunch of wax seal kits for Christmas so that they could seal their envelopes with the wax kit, which I've also gotten you.
And that is in the top probably 10 best gifts I've ever gotten because it's the gift that just keeps giving.
Yeah.
And like all the kids want to come down, watch when I'm going to be wax sealing. And how special when I send something to someone, just take 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It brings me joy.
Speaking of gifts and what I gave my friends, I think it would be cool if we gave 3 things to the audience that we're really loving right now or that we're recommending.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, we're going to recommend maybe a book, a show, and a product of any kind that, like, you've consumed or you think people should consume.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let you think of yours.
Okay.
And I will say book, 2. One was just recommended to me literally today, called The Housemaid by Frida. Frida McFadden. Okay, so you know the book.
I haven't read it. It's on my list.
Okay, so I would like to read that soon. And also Fourth Wing, The Fourth Wing.
Did you read it or it's what you
I've started it.
Oh,
so,
I didn't know you were starting it.
Yeah, I mean, look at me go.
Ooh,
I know,
okay.
I can't wait because it's like, it's a new genre for me, so I'm very excited. Yeah. So those are my 2 recommendations right now. One recommended to me, one that I'm reading and would recommend. Second is the show. I'm watching Nobody Wants This.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Netflix. It's season 2 right now, but
Kristen Bell,
yeah.
Adam Rose.
I don't know.
That's his name.
I don't know the actors that well. I'm really loving that though. It's very easy.
I gobbled that up.
Okay. It's easy to watch. It's fun. Like, I think it's a good show. And lastly, the product that I've consumed recently that I'm just craving now every day is a white cheddar stuffed olive. Yeah, white cheddar. I just had it for like the first time last weekend, and now I feel like I just have this craving for it.
Where was it from?
Aldi. I know.
My favorite grocer?
Yes, Aldi. We have to travel to get there, but
I can't believe I haven't. Okay, well, I will get that.
It goes on the charcuterie board.
Yeah.
So that could be great for holiday stuff.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I do know Aldi sometimes will do like a bit more charcuterie leaning items seasonally. Like, okay, I know what my consuming is going to be recommended.
Oh, well, those are mine.
I have 2. Okay.
You can say all of them.
Book I'm reading. I've been kind of like a bit unhinged reading. My friend recommended a long time ago and her mom, they're like, you have to read these books, you're gonna love them. No, they were right. The Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon by Beth Brower, and they're just like, I'm on volume 8 of 8, and I've like stayed up till 3 a.m. reading 2 nights in a row.
Whoa.
I just am really loving it. Super lighthearted. It's just like nothing wild, which I think that I had been reading like some more heavy books that I even stopped one because it was too depressing.
Mm-hmm.
And I never stop a book before finishing it. So I needed just something light and nothing. And it's just, it makes me feel joyful, pleasant.
Maybe I should read it.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel joyful and pleasant.
I'm very happy reading
Mhm.
these, and like a hilarious cast of characters that where do they even come up with these folks? And I'm pleased with that. So because I have consumed 8 books in like a week and a half, so I don't have any good TV show recommendations.
No problem.
Before that, I think I'm sort of half-heartedly rewatching Schitt's Creek because it's always funny, but to just pop on.
Mm-hmm.
A product from Aldi also. They have out right now a special cheese. It's a ginger mango white Stilton cheese. Very soft with like a strong ginger taste.
Hmm.
I quite like that.
Mm.
You won't.
No.
Maybe you will.
I don't know.
So.
I'd try it twice, but that's it.
Yeah, so that's what I would recommend. Also, I'm just very pleased again with that. I got it in Canada. Routine is the brand. Natural deodorant, but they have a little charcoal armpit scrub, and I really love it. Like a earthy smell. Routine. It's made in Calgary.
Okay, so if you want a natural deodorant,
go to Alberta.
Got to get to Canada.
That's why I have to go back because I'm almost out of it. Bit of a commute. Yeah. Okay, we've gone over phones and
childhoods
and sleepovers and olives. Anything you feel like we've missed?
No, I think that we've said everything. Just a lighthearted chat about, really. We didn't dive into any cases this week, nothing spooky, though I did try to get something in there, but maybe next episode I can get back to my tales.
Maybe it's worth noting that with the daylight savings time, like we are entering the deep depression zone.
Yeah.
And so I needed something a little.
Yeah.
I need
a little bit lighter. It's no problem. Well, I'm interested to hear if the viewers have any Christmas ideas, what's on your Christmas list, ideas for shopping for your significant other, your parents. And I'd like to know what's on the list this year.
Is this holiday season exciting for you, or is it stressful? Because we've chosen to not be stressed.
Right. We just want to feel joy and not feel stressed out, not feel stressed about gifts or family things or friendship things. We're just going to ride it and enjoy it all of November and December with Frankenstein.
Who has been named Frankenstein.
Yeah.
He wasn't before.
Frankenstein Mordecai is his name.
Oh, I had another idea, but if I wasn't going to recommend a show, the Brandi Carlile has a new album out, which I've been listening to a lot. I would start singing a song, but I tried it for someone. She's like, I don't know. And I was like, yeah, you do. So I kept singing it poorly. Mm-hmm. She didn't know it. So Brandi, I'll just save that for you.
Brandi Carlile is the artist.
Yeah.
All right. Let's check her out.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are April,
Sarah, and we are not famous in a small town.